Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt a deep heaviness inside you, but you're not sure where it came from? Like a sadness, or tension, or fear that feels older than you, almost like it was planted in you long before you even understood life? If that sounds familiar, there's a reason. Many people carry a trauma that isn't dramatic, isn't talked about, and isn't even recognized as trauma. But it quietly shapes everything. How you love, how you trust, how you react, how you see yourself. This is the hidden trauma almost nobody talks about. And today, we're going to talk about it because you deserve to understand what's been weighing you down, so you can finally stop blaming yourself for something you never caused. Let's begin. Hidden trauma doesn't always come from obvious things like violence, accidents, or major loss. Sometimes it comes from the things you were missing. Maybe you grew up in a home where no one asked how you felt. Nothing terrible happened, but no one really saw you either. Maybe love was something you had to earn. Maybe affection came with conditions. Maybe your parents were too stressed, too busy, or too emotionally distant to give you the safety every child needs. And when that happens, your nervous system learns something quietly but deeply. Who I am is not enough. Love is unstable. People can leave at any moment. My feelings are inconvenient. These beliefs become the invisible wounds you carry into adulthood. You may not think of it as trauma, but your body does. It shows up in the way you suddenly shut down during conflict, or why you overthink every message you send, or why you panic when someone gets too close. It shows up in the way you apologize for things that aren't your fault, or why you feel guilty for needing anything at all. Many people call it personality, but often it's unhealed emotional neglect. The trauma created not by what happened to you, but by what didn't happen. Let me give you an example. Imagine a child who never hears, "I'm proud of you." Imagine a child whose achievements are noticed, but their emotions are ignored. They grow up believing that their worth is equal to their performance. So as an adult, they chase success relentlessly, but no achievement ever feels good enough. Another example, a child whose parents are physically present but emotionally absent. Nothing traumatic happens, but no deep connection happens either. They grow into adults who crave intimacy but fear it at the same time. They push people away when they need them the most. This is hidden trauma. It changes you quietly, in ways people around you don't understand, in ways you don't understand. But here's the truth you need to hear. Just because your pain wasn't dramatic doesn't mean it wasn't real. And it doesn't mean it didn't shape you. Now let's talk about how this hidden trauma shows up in your life. You might struggle with people pleasing because you learned that love had requirements. Overthinking because uncertainty feels dangerous. Emotional numbness because you learn to shut down your feelings early. Fear of abandonment, even in stable relationships. Difficulty trusting, even when people haven't given you a reason not to. Self-sabotage because safety feels unfamiliar and chaos feels normal. Attracting emotionally unavailable people because it matches what you experienced growing up. And perhaps the most painful one, you don't know how to ask for help because you were the one who had to be strong, even as a child. But here's the part people don't talk about enough. None of this is your fault. These patterns were survival mechanisms. Your younger self adapted to an environment where emotional safety wasn't guaranteed. You learned to stay small, quiet, independent, or invisible because that felt safest at the time. But you're not that child anymore. And you don't have to carry those old beliefs into your future. Healing hidden trauma doesn't start with perfection. It starts with awareness, with recognizing the patterns instead of shaming yourself for them. So let's talk about how you begin to heal. The first step is naming the wound, saying to yourself, something was missing and it affected me. That alone is powerful because it removes the shame. The second step is learning to feel again. Many people with emotional neglect grew up suppressing their feelings. So healing means allowing emotions to surface even if they feel uncomfortable or unfamiliar. The third step is choosing relationships that feel safe. Not exciting, not dramatic, not unpredictable, but safe, calm, reliable. At first, this might even feel boring because chaos was your normal. But over time, this becomes the foundation of real healing. And the fourth step is reparenting yourself. Giving yourself the compassion, validation, and care that you didn't receive when you needed it most. Telling yourself, my feelings matter. I don't have to earn love. I deserve support. This isn't cheesy. It rewires the nervous system. And remember, healing doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means freeing your future from the past's control. Before we end, there's one more thing I want you to remember. Your hidden trauma does not define you. It shaped you, yes, but it also made you strong, observant, empathetic, and emotionally intelligent in ways others will never fully understand. The fact that you're listening to this means you're already breaking the cycle. You're becoming aware. You're doing the healing work your younger self never had the chance to do. And that's something to be proud of. You're not broken. You're unfolding. You're not lost. You're unlearning. You're not starting over. You're starting true. And this time, you're doing it with awareness, compassion, and strength. You deserve love that doesn't hurt. You deserve safety. You deserve peace. And you're capable of creating it.